Hello, I'm Antonio Mora. This is the News and News.com Day in Brief on April 15th at about 7:30 p.m. The Cathedral of Notre Dame de Paris withstood the French Revolution, rioting Huguenots, the German occupation during World War II, and countless other wars in the more than 850 years since its construction began. But the beloved church, one of the world's greatest architectural treasures, which was immortalized by Victor Hugo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, may not fully survive a fire that consumed it and toppled its main spire. Thousands of Parisians gathered to sing hymns as they watched flames devastate one of the greatest symbols of the City of Lights. Around the world, people of all faiths watched in horror. Catholics prayed for the iconic structure and the relics inside, including a crown of thorns revered as the one Jesus wore on his way to his crucifixion, and a fragment of the cross on which he died. We do not yet know what caused the fire or what has happened to the relics, other priceless artwork, or the cathedral's spectacular stained rose windows. Notre Dame's west towers, including the famous bells and gargoyles, appear to have been salvaged. The Gothic church's beauty, history, and mystique draw more than 13 million people a year, more than any other tourist site in Paris. As one observer said, Paris without Notre Dame isn't Paris. Let's hope the extraordinary cathedral can endure what may be the worst of its challenges. Washington is on edge as the Department of Justice announced it will release a redacted version of Special Counsel Mueller's report on Russian meddling in the 2016 election on Thursday morning. In a rare case of bipartisanship in the House Intelligence Committee, both its chairman, Democrat Adam Schiff, and its ranking member, Devin Nunes, have written Attorney General Barr saying Mueller must brief them on his investigation. They also asked for all materials gathered during his probe. An unusually powerful April storm killed at least 8 people and brought tornadoes, flooding, and damaging hail to the south. Dozens more have been reported injured, and tens of thousands of people lost power from Texas all the way to Delaware. 2 tornadoes touched down in Pennsylvania. Tornado warnings woke up people in Philadelphia, and even New York City was under a tornado watch. Another severe weather outbreak is expected to hit the central and eastern U.S. later this week. Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar is facing an increase in death threats following a video tweeted by President Trump on Friday showing Omar alongside images of the World Trade Center towers on 9/11. Trump was lashing out at Omar's comment that some people did something on 9/11, as she was making a point about the widespread discrimination against Muslims that followed that terror attack. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, among others, castigated Trump for recklessness, demanded he take down the video, and took steps to ensure Capitol Police protect Omar and her family. Trump again attacked Omar in a tweet today and said Pelosi has lost all control of Congress. A Trump campaign advisor today blamed Omar's ill-thought-out words, that's what he said, for the threats rather than Trump's attacks. Actress Lori Loughlin and her husband have entered not guilty pleas in the college admissions bribery scam. Last week, they were hit by an additional money laundering charge and could face 40 years in prison if convicted. Prosecutors have also sent letters to the adult children of people charged in the scandal, telling them they could also face criminal charges. On this tax day, Trump headed to Minnesota to tout his tax cuts, but the fight over Trump's tax returns is heating up. Democratic Congressman Richard Neal, chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee, sent a second letter to the IRS on Saturday requesting that the White House send his committee the last 6 years of the president's tax returns by April 23rd. Neal had initially set a deadline of April 10th, which the Trump administration ignored. Democratic presidential candidates are all releasing their tax returns, trying to draw a sharp distinction with Trump, who is the first president in half a century to not release his. 90 new cases of measles were reported in the U.S. in just the past week. That's the biggest jump yet. This year is already the second worst in 25 years, with 555 cases, and we're still in the first third of 2019. The World Health Organization reported today that there were more than 110,000 cases worldwide in the first 3 months of this year, a 300% increase from the same period in 2018. Even so, some parents in New York City filed a lawsuit today to stop the emergency order that made measles vaccination mandatory in parts of Brooklyn. In a tale of redemption that is undoubtedly one of the greatest comebacks in any sport ever, Tiger Woods defied the pundits and years of personal, professional, and physical challenges to emerge victorious at the Masters on Sunday. The championship, his first at a major tournament in more than a decade, is his fifth at Augusta and his 15th major overall. The victory, which he secured as rivals floundered under the pressure of the final round, follows a series of back surgeries, an addiction to painkillers, a public sex scandal and divorce, and a charge for driving under the influence. At 43, he is the second oldest man to ever take home the trophy. The oldest, Jack Nicklaus, congratulated Tiger and highlighted how his Masters triumph was great for the game of golf, which has struggled along with its greatest star. Tiger's success is again fueling the question of whether Nicklaus's record of 18 majors is back in play. Finally, winter is here. Ending almost 2 years of anticipation, television's greatest epic ever, HBO's Game of Thrones, returned for its final season on Sunday, featuring production on a scale previously unseen on TV. Game of Thrones has melded prestige drama with large-scale action-adventure sequences to almost rapturous effect. Its final 6 episodes will play out on Sunday nights until a grand finale on May 19th. If you haven't watched, start binging. It is worth it. We have all those stories and much more updated around the clock 7 days a week on newsandnews.com, where you'll find all you need to know in one place. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the right of your screen just below this video. And please follow us on Facebook at Real News and News and me on Twitter at AMoraTV. I'll see you again tomorrow.